Hello everyone, and thank you for joining me. Today's reading is going to be about power, meaning personal power, and how we empower ourselves to make decisions for the future. And as this card says, to take hold of what you know is yours. And I have one more card for the collective before we move on to the individual piles. And this King of Wands tells us, to soar on high, one must first learn to look ahead. So these readings are going to tell us how to look within ourselves and how to look ahead to take hold of what is ours. So first of all, choose one of these doors. In fact, pile number 2 actually has dual doors because they came out together. So this is pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. So just pick whichever one resonates the most with you, and then you can skip to the timestamp corresponding to your pile, which will be in the description. And now we'll move on to pile number 1. So pile number 1, you have this lovely, enthusiastic looking door. And this tells us, a resounding yes. So this could be, if you've been thinking about something you might like to do, thinking if it's a good idea, thinking if it's okay to try something new, this is encouraging a yes for that. It could also be that you are feeling, or that you will soon be feeling, a sort of, yes to life, or a yes to yourself, or a yes to the things that you like to do. It says here, kiss the ground and touch the sky. Your soul is set now to leap and to fly. So this is about a lot of positive energy. And it says here, it's talking about your heart's deepest desires being fulfilled and a time of waiting being over. Hence all the excitement. And this is indeed about your heart's desire. It's about what energizes you, like this sun here, and what comes from a deep feeling place, something you really want, something that makes you excited enough to sort of leap up in the air like this. And it's encouraging you that you are ready. This just told us the time of waiting is over, and it's telling us it could be soon. Now this could mean within the next few weeks you're able to make a move towards what you want. It could mean that within the next few weeks you'll be more certain of what you want. It could mean that something will happen in the next few weeks to make your way forward easier. It also is encouraging you to release something. So, to be able to sort of jump up like this, you have to not be, tied down or carrying a lot of weight. So metaphorically, if you have a lot of burdens or stresses, or if you have a lot of things in the past that are holding you back, or if you have a lot of worries holding you back, it's not as easy to go for these things, that are coming from the heart. So think about anything like that you might need to release. And this is about determination and creative achievement. So this is sort of a determination to actually follow your heart's desire. It's not enough to just feel it. You have to sort of make an agreement with yourself to be determined with it. And the quote by Maya Angelou reminds us, you can't use up creativity. The more you use, the more you have. So this is sort of encouraging you that once you get started in the creative flow, then that creativity will be encouraged to continue to flow, and it will also infuse other aspects of your life. And this picture plant is about insight. The answers are there for those who look. So this could be either about the answers in yourself about what you really want. It could also be about, if you already know what you want, the answers about how to achieve that and how to move forward. Okay, so these cards, the rose quartz and the stibnite, about inner child and conflict. So this is probably more so about inner conflict, because this card is indicating for us the inner child work. So this is about connecting with your inner child and healing any inner child wounds that might be, for example, around feeling unsupported or unsafe emotionally, that might have caused you to suppress things that you like or that you desire or that you want, or things that were fun, that you enjoyed, that you were good at. So there might be some things hidden in there, in your inner child, that might have been suppressed. This is about being gentle with yourself, because rose quartz is a very gentle energy. You can't be harsh with yourself, because then your inner child will be, frightened like a little child. They won't feel safe to express what they actually want, and so you won't know what your real desires are. It's about valuing your childlike instincts and playfulness so that you can nurture your dreams. And the stibnite also reminds us to have healthy boundaries. If we have healthy boundaries, our inner child will feel safer. This is having boundaries within yourself and with other people, especially difficult people. This is about a fear of conflict and confrontation. That can be fears of judgments, for example, about being creative or about making unorthodox choices, around creativity or around doing things that are less practical, that sort of thing. It can even be, again, in a conflict, feeling judged by yourself. So it's about releasing inner and outer conflict. It can also be about giving up one goal that you thought was necessary or that you convinced yourself that you wanted, so that your real goal, the one you really want, can prosper. Because they might be in conflict, or it might just be too much of a consumption of time and energy to do both. This is about taking an honest look at your deeper feelings and desires, so that you can make a decision that is in line with your real truth. So that's what I have for pile number 1. Thank you so much for listening, and remember to be gentle with yourself when you're doing your inner work, and to really get in touch with the things that your heart desires. Thank you so much for listening. Goodbye. Pile number 2, welcome to your reading. So you have these lovely dual doors, and I feel, because one of them is about forgiving and forgetting, and one of them is more celebratory and about being around good people, I feel like this is a sort of door from the past that you move through to get to the door to something fresh and fertile and new. So this door tells us to forgive and forget. A ritual cleansing of pain and lies. Arise and awaken, see a new sunrise. And a lot of this reading I found is about people. So this could be about forgiving and forgetting things that didn't work in the past, but particularly around being involved with other people. Now, what you want to do as far as forgiving or not forgiving and that sort of thing, this is more so about letting it go in some way, so that you're not stuck in sort of resentments and negative memories. This is a very this celebratory card. It's related to the Three of Cups in the tarot, which is, you know, three ladies enjoying each other's company, toasting each other and being out in nature. It says a toast to friendship in the afternoon sun, 3 cups in happiness, 3 cheers are done. This says that celebration is near. Now this might be a happy event, but I think it's more likely, because we're talking about how to move forward with positive choices. I think it might be about positive people in your life, whether that's finding new people or whether that's or finding like-minded people, or whether it's people who are already in your life, but it's being discerning about finding the ones who are a very positive influence for you right now. And sure enough, this card is pointing us to helpful people and asking for help from others and communicating clearly. So this is about communication with other people, about being brave enough to ask for help, whether that's just advice or just to talk to someone, or whether it's more practical, maybe you'd like to partner up with someone in some of your goals. Maybe it's joining a certain workplace, or maybe it's joining other people who have goals like yours to put your resources together and create something together. Maybe, as I said, it's a new friend group, or maybe it's people you already know. And don't be afraid to communicate what you want. Don't be afraid to be more brave with talking to people, even approaching new people. That could be how you find the helpful people, if it's new people that you need in your life. And again, the tulip is about friendship and gratitude, so it's about having a positive attitude as well, which was what this card was about letting go of past resentments and so forth. So it's having a positive attitude so that you can attract positive people, and so that also you will resonate better with the positive people who are already around you, and maybe then you'll be more drawn to instinctively to the people who are best for you at this time. It says, let us be grateful for the people who make us happy. They are the charming gardeners who make our souls blossom. And that's a quote from Marcel Proust. Sometimes we seem to forget to try to spend more time with people who make us happy. We seem to spend a lot of time with people who create conflict or stress. Remember to get in touch with people who are the more positive influences in our lives, and make more space for the things and the people who make us happy. Lenten Rose, protection. Conserve what you have, save a little. Now this can be about protecting things practically in your life. It can also be, though, about protecting your own energy or protecting your own, secrets or information. This could go back to the communicating clearly. And it could be about just knowing when to hold back a little bit. It could also be practical advice about, saving a bit of money or whatever if you are putting money into new prospects. And this one says, cactus flower, endurance. Hold on, you can do this. So the more protected you feel, the more you will be inclined to stick with something. Also, it's just encouraging you. I feel like other people might also be encouraging for you. Make sure this is like, hold back your plans or your desires amongst people who might not understand and might not be positive about it. And look for the people who will be encouraging and will help you to, endure through, the process that is involved in getting to your dreams and desires and goals. The kind of people who will encourage you to hold on and keep going. this is about an emotional breakthrough, and is again encouraging you to release. It is safe for you to express how you feel. So again, it's about communication. So this is let it all out. Relationships deepen as a result. So this could be with a particular person who you need to have it out with, or it could be that there is somebody who would be encouraging about your desires if you just expressed yourself to them. It says that it's safe to express how you feel, and release the idea that things will be release, the negativity from the past that might make you feel like, it will be a repetition of the past. Feel out who are the positive influences in your life, and know that it's safe to express yourself with those kinds of people, and that can create for you the emotional breakthrough that will help you, keep going with what you really want. And again, you're being reminded not to let the past hold you back. If you find things repeating from the past, just go in a different direction. Go talk to somebody else. You don't have to get stuck in any kind of the kinds of dramas that happened in the past, and you don't have to get stuck in, habits and mindsets from the past. And this is about being flexible. So not getting set in the ways of the past, and being flexible to timing and how you, what the means to your end will look like. So don't get stuck in things having to play out a certain way. This is about empowerment by releasing tension and being more in line with positive probabilities and harmonious energies. So releasing the tension of having to be a certain way, or having to have things go a certain way. Then it is easier to make decisions and to achieve self-awareness and inner peace. It's about seeing things from a different perspective, and that's something that these positive people in your life can help you to do, is seeing things from a different perspective and help you with that emotional release, which then helps you to move towards these lovely greener pastures and something new and fertile for the future. So that's your reading, pile number 2. Thank you so much for listening. And if you want to hear more from my channel, remember to subscribe and click the bell. Thank you so much, and all the best with it. Pile number 3, welcome to your reading. So your door that you chose is about freedom. Don't hold yourself back from worldly freedom. Dream grand things for divine sacred reason. So your reading definitely has a theme of sacredness and something grand, something big, because that's what this is all about. So this is sort of an innate, deeper knowledge in yourself, and also connecting just sort of innate and sacred wisdoms that are in the collective and in the planet and in the earth, and in something old, like old knowledge, and something big within yourself. We will get back to that at the end. But these cards are about maybe reconsidering what you have been doing, or what you've been thinking about doing, and choosing a new direction. So this is going to be something bigger than what you've been doing, and this is something that's going to lead to big success. So you have the ability and you have the power, and if you think big and go for what you really want, and be really ambitious about it, this is encouraging you that you will achieve success with it. And it says the answers you need are coming, and your commitment is being tested. So this could be the answers about what you really want. It could be about the answers to how you will get to what you want, how you'll be able to achieve your aims, and your commitment. It could be commitment to your goal. It could be your commitment to yourself. It could a commitment to something big, something meaningful. Maybe this is something that you've known about, whether consciously or unconsciously, since you were young, or maybe it's just something that is emerging now that requires your commitment because it's something big or it's something very meaningful. And this Divine Will card sort of it's like a big ball of light sort of echoing the success light here. It says your life is unfolding in accordance with the divine will of your soul. So see, it's something big, it's something innate within yourself. Trust and let go of fear and apprehension. You are protected, have patience, all manifests in perfect timing. So it is something that will require patience and commitment. It's something, because big things take time to really transpire. And this again is about a new direction. And it's about being able to see that new direction, not just with your, mundane eyes, but with your ability to see beyond what is right in front of you, to read between the lines, and to see how that resonates within your heart. Life may seem like a whirlwind at the moment, yet there is divine order to the present circumstance. What may appear as chaos is often the universal forces at work. After the storm clears, you will be steered in a new direction, a time of renewed health, joy, and abundance. So maybe you've been confused lately, or maybe things have been up in the air, but at the end of it, you will be able to sense something more meaningful that you will be able to move forward with. And the colour lily is about rejuvenation, so surely enough, this is about coming out of that time into something new, rejuvenation, reawaken, and then stand stronger. So this is a sort of awakening of like your mind and your heart. This is an awakening of your third eye, of your sort of deeper insight, and that is something that will allow you to dig down into this deep inner wisdom, to become a sort of master, to be able to stand stronger. The snapdragon is about graciousness and benevolence. No act of kindness, no matter how small, is ever wasted. And that's a quote from Aesop. So when you are this, masterful person, remember that is not just something big for yourself and something with a lot of responsibility and all that sort of thing. It is something that can really help other people. When you are empowered, you are able more so to help others as well. So it's it can be a benevolent thing. It can be, something that goes beyond just yourself. And this card is about harmony. He who lives in harmony with himself lives in harmony with the universe. Marcus Aurelius. So again, this is about being when you are really in harmony with your real talents, your real drives, your innate wisdom, something really meaningful within yourself and your true direction. That's when you're in harmony with yourself and everything around you. And when you are in harmony with yourself, you're more able to harmonize with other people and with your place in the world. Now, this crystal is about finding support and guidance for the future, for this, whatever this big thing is that you need to do or that you need to embody. It could be just aspects of yourself that you are now able to embody in your life. It's awakening to human connection with the planet and with ancient and sacred wisdom. And it's about looking for the answers, not outside of yourself anymore. It's about looking within. Go inward to your deep personal truth and innate knowing. And this card recommends sitting quietly and meditating with a master crystal. So I have a master crystal for you here. It recommends either focusing upon one of the triangular faces or one of the little etchings inside of it. So it recommends finding a point to gaze upon and sitting quietly and meditating upon the crystal until you feel a deep connection and a stillness within yourself, and you can feel something resonant with the crystal. I'm just going to move this around so you can see different points, and if you find a point that you want to sit with, you can just pause the video on the crystal. And you can always come back to this exercise at the end of the video and sit with the crystal for longer. And remember, the exercise is not to think or to study, it's just to sit with a point and just let it be and let yourself be. And just be until you can just sit with the stillness and just sit with yourself, because that is where you will find the real answers, is when you can just sit with yourself. And just before I finish, this is actually a citrine crystal. It's a natural citrine. That's why it's this sort of colour. And the citrine crystal is very much associated with the solar plexus chakra, which is where we have our power centre. And it's represented by the colour yellow. And it's where we have our sense of self and our self-confidence. So I hope the guidance in this reading could help you a little to find that power center and that self-confidence. And remember that there's no reason why you won't be successful once you find that and once you find where it wants to take you. Thank you for listening, pile number 3. And if you want to hear more of my readings in future, remember to click subscribe and the bell. Thank you very much and all the best with it. Bye.